Hey guys, good morning. It is about 8:06 a.m. on this Monday. And yes, this is the first Monday in quite some time, officially, that I am not working. Now, I'm not saying, I'm not saying it's because, I took paid sick leave. I'm not saying it's because of voluntary time off, VTO. No, this is actually the first time officially that I am unemployed in quite some time. And, of course, the reason being, as I've mentioned, and I even did the live stream on about, the reason being is because my job was seasonal. Now, honestly, I think it went a little longer than what they were intending for me and those that got hired around the same time, if not a little before. But yeah, basically my time at least at Kohl's, is done. Now, what's funny is for the first time, or the second time, I should say, for the second time in at least a couple of weeks, Kohl's, my former job now, is going to be without me and my older sister. My older sister tonight has to fly out with my niece to Kansas to take care of some personal family business. Now, first of all, it's nothing tragic or anything, nothing tragic. It's just some personal family business that needs to be taken care of, to ensure that, the current generation, the elders, if you will, of the family, the elders of the family, are, taken care of, looked after, and everything, and making sure, everything is, according to what it should be, not just for them, but for the next generation as well. Basically, the offspring, if you will. So, yeah, today will be the first time they're going to be without her, as far as I know, because she and my niece have to head out there tonight on a flight on Spirit Airlines. So, yeah, they're gonna head out there, be out there for a couple of days. The way the trajectory is going, because they got to make a stop in Vegas, but the way the trajectory is going, they should arrive in Kansas City by 5:50 their time, which would be 3:50 our time. Which means that, basically they're gonna arrive there. Probably the way I'm estimating it, unless they sleep on the flight, which they probably will, but the way I'm estimating it, they should get there by 5:50. Get their bags, get a car, which should take another maybe hour or so, maybe an hour and a half. Maybe get some coffee or something like that if there's a cafe in there, which there should be, because according to Google Maps, there's some cafes, Dunkin' Donuts nearby. And then, like I say, after they do that, they'll probably get a car. They probably have things. My older sister, probably has a lot of this stuff already lined up. Because the last time, we went out there was for my grandma Lois's funeral, which was around my birthday, ironically. It was, she didn't pass on my birthday, but she passed about a week or so before. So me and my sisters had to go out there to support my dad. And that was kind of more like, emergency, last minute, we got the tickets and everything. It's just that, everything else was more like, okay, we got to be on the fly here and everything. We got to make sure things work out perfectly. And, for this time around, though, my sister has had at least a couple of weeks to get things planned out. And things have definitely changed in the 9 years since we last went. Like technology has gotten better and everything with Google Maps or whatever maps and everything that, enable you to get in the right area when you need to be. But yeah, according to what the Google Maps says right now, they should, be there at 5:50 tomorrow, and in the morning Central Time, and then within an hour and a half, my guess is they should probably be in a hotel. My thought is this: they'll arrive there. Takes about an hour or so, hour and a half to get their bag, get to rent a car, and everything, or at least get to where they got to rent the car that's been reserved, and then go to the hotel that's been reserved that's nearby to rest up. That's what I'm thinking. They're going to go to the hotel which is nearby to rest up, her and my niece, and then after resting up for, I would say, at least a couple of hours, freshen up, wash up, whatever, they'll leave, and then they'll head out towards, where they got to go, towards their destination, which is near central Kansas. Near central Kansas, but not, approximately there. They got to make a few stops here and there to get what they need to help out with the situation, in Topeka, but that's about it. That's about it and everything. And then they're going to head, like I said, towards the near central part to take care of some stuff as well. And then they should be back by Thursday, from what I'm seeing, their flight, central time-wise, could be at 8:10, maybe later, something like that. I have to look again. But it should be like around 8:10 in the morning, maybe. Which means basically they'd have to, they won't have much time to take care of what they got to take care of. But, it should be plenty of time to take care of most of it. Because I think she's taking care of a majority of it out here on her end. So it should make things a little easier when she gets there. Now, besides that, though, like I said, because of that, this will be like the second time in a few weeks that both me and my sister will not be there working. And my sister, I should say, not my mom, but my sister, since she has plenty of time on the books, she has plenty of time to take off, paid time off, if you will, vacation by, but paid time off, if you will, to go and take care of this. As she sees fit and everything. So that's what's going on there. Get some coffee there. But that's what's going on there. As far as me, like I mentioned in my live stream, I did the live stream before I did the unemployment. No, actually, no, I didn't do. No, what it was, I did the live stream after I did the unemployment. Yeah, that's what it is. It's still early. I'm still kind of waking up a little bit. But yeah, I did my unemployment before the live stream, so that's taken care of. So I'll find out on Sunday, or maybe throughout this week, whether or not I have to take care of other things, but I don't think I have to. I don't think that's going to be the case. Hopefully, give it all to God that things turn out okay. I do know that this week and next week, I'm going to have to start doing some Christmas shopping as well as take care of the cable bill so that we don't lose any cable between now and Christmas, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to look into that. And if you guys want to help out, I do have a Venmo and a Cash App. You guys can help me out there if you want to. It'd be greatly appreciated. And I do have a Teespring store. You guys can check out items there at my Teespring store. Again, this would all be greatly appreciative. And you can support me by subscribing and building up my followership on my podcast, BW Rose's Discussions on Spotify. But yeah, that's what I got planned. But yeah, that's what's going on right there. Financially for me is, I got the unemployment, up and running again. So hopefully things again, give it all to God. Things will turn out all right. Now, as far as this channel goes, unfortunately, I can't monetize, which is why I just mentioned the other avenues where you guys can financially support me. You can even financially support me on Patreon if you want to do that, which is $1, $3, and maybe even $5. A $5 gets you a Q&A. But, and $1 gets you a shout out, and $3 gets you a shout out and access to potential, videos or whatever before anybody else sees them. But anyway, like I said, this is why I'm mentioning, where else you can find me, and support me financially, because again, with my YouTube channel here, I can't monetize or anything, as we speak, due to the fact that I have reused content. I don't know what that means. I'm wondering if you guys have dealt with something like that, in the past. And if you have, let me know. Love to hear what your thoughts are on that. But I can't, reapply till February, which is a lot longer than last time. And I think that's because I got the strike, the copyright strike not the copyright, but the community guideline strike when I did. So that kind of, messed me up a little bit. But hopefully going into 2024, things will work out a little bit better, and maybe they'll just clean the slate or something. We'll see. But yeah, speaking of this channel though, even though it's been not even a week, I have to give a shout out to you guys out there for really helping me out here with one of my videos. And it's a video that, it's a discussion video, or some people put it an analysis video, But yeah, I got to give you guys a shout out for, checking me out and supporting me by basically watching and listening, if you will, watching and listening as I refresh this to see if it's up to date. There we go. Yeah, but I have to thank you guys for supporting me, because it's not even been 5 days yet until the time frame of when I uploaded this, happens. But in the 4.5 days, you guys have really helped me out. I don't know if you guys can see that. You can see that right there. This video right here has gotten 447 views. It's got 2 comments and 2 likes, but 447 views. And it was published on the 6th, which is 5 days. Which is 5 days ago, but it's actually 4.5, like I said, depending on when I uploaded it. And the video is basically asking that question right there. That's basically what the video is. Right there. That's basically what the video is. And everything. Again, I don't know if you can truly see that. Oh yeah, you can. And it's because of that it's got that many views right there. But yeah, I have to thank you guys for that, because normally when I talk about stuff like, the shape-shifting girls, melting girls, goo girls, and all that, it doesn't get, that much, attention. It doesn't get that much attention or anything, especially when hold on for a sec. Somebody's car alarm went off. As soon as I paused the video, that's when or paused the recording, that's when they decided to turn off the alarm. Weird timing, But anyway, like I was saying, I want to thank you guys for that, because normally when I do videos on shape-shifting girls, melting girls, goo girls, slime girls, whatever, they don't get that many views. They really don't. I mean, they do get over 100 views, if not more, but that takes a lot longer. It takes a lot longer than normal. But in this case, it's done it a lot faster and quicker. And it might be because I have linked them, in various places. Like I've linked them at Twitter, I've linked them at Facebook, I linked them on DeviantArt, Ink Bunny, and I think even VENMO, and Tumblr. So I've linked them in plenty of places, but it seems that it's more than just those areas that have helped me get attention on it. I think it might also be some of the hashtags. Like one of the hashtags I put on there was stories, so that might have got people's attention as well. But I think it's also the question that I'm asking, and not that I'm asking, but it's the question, in the title that I'm trying to answer, and kind of give thought on, kind of give an analysis, as some people put it, on. And that's basically why, writers and artists, go this route, mostly with females. And I say that with all due respect, no offense. But why they go this route with the female shapeshifters and melting girls and all that, why they go this route. And in my opinion, like I said in that video, in my opinion, it's because it makes things more intriguing. It makes things more interesting, and it puts you in a state of wonderment of like what's going to happen next, especially if the stories of the erotic kind, of the very adult erotic kind, NFSW and all that. So, so basically, I got to thank you guys for the support and the viewership on that, because obviously, putting that question in the title and then linking it to various places is getting people to, look at it and listen to it, or look and listen to it, I should say, and even wonder themselves. I mean, one person commented that, they may not know what the trope is, but what the video did is but what I did with the audio, with this discussion, this analysis, is very provoking, very thought-provoking. Because, there are people that will, wonder the same thing. Like, you can't tell me you can't tell me that you don't go on here on YouTube and you get, videos that might be, connected to that category of shape-shifting girls, melting girls, goo girls, slime girls, whatever. You can't tell me you don't go here on YouTube or VENMO, and in your recommendations, it, brings this up, and you're wondering, okay, why is this bringing it up? Or why is anybody, dedicating a channel to it or something like that? Or even if you go to DeviantArt, if you're on DeviantArt, people, get that in the recommendations as soon as they go to the homepage, and they're like, well, why am I being recommended all this? And I'm sure one of the questions they have is, why would people even do stories of this? Why would they do webcomics about this? Or you go to Patreon. I don't know. Patreon brings up recommendations for those to support. But I'm sure people have gotten recommendations to them for people like Trouble TRO and Joven16 and all them in Nextstat. And they're probably wondering, hey, why am I being recommended, these people to support? And why are these people into this kind of stuff too? And again, that's what I was doing with this video, is answering that question of, that people would have as to why. And again, in my opinion, like I said in the video, and you can check it out, here on my channel, and I even have it up on VENMO, on my BW Roses VENMO channel. Basically, again, I'm using this video audio or audio video to answer that question. And that question of, hold on, I almost got tongue-tied there. But like I said, that's what I'm doing with this audio video I did a couple of days ago. I'm answering that question that people would have in case those kind of scenarios come up, which I'm sure plenty have. I'm just answering that question of, why do people go this route? Because again, you can't tell me that people don't wonder that if they get these kind of things in their recommendations, depending on the places I've mentioned. Or you can't tell me that family members or friends they might have don't wonder and question them and ask, why do you go this route with your stories or your webcomics? And to me, by doing this audio video, like I said, I'm trying to answer that question as best I can, kind of pouring out the reasonings and everything. So again, I have to thank you guys for helping me in that department, because even though I know it's not in the thousands or anything, it's almost halfway to 1,000. It's almost halfway to 1,000. So I have to thank you guys on that, because again, I think what it is not only did I link, it in various areas. Not only did I link it in various areas, but also I think it's just something that, is, it's got people thinking like, hey, this guy has a interesting discussion here. Like, I may not know much about it, or, about these tropes or whatever, but it is interesting to hear, because you can't tell me that maybe they don't read a story of fantasy or something like that, where maybe the male character or female character, if not both, have shape-shifting powers, and one of the things they do to have fun with the shape-shifting powers is turn into liquid or goo. You can't tell me that, you can't tell me they don't wonder, okay, why would they use the power to do that? Why would they, go this route and everything? And, to me, like I said, you know, you know, hold on, I'm trying to, sorry. It was almost, like I said, still early, I'm still waking up. But to me, people will look at a part like that or several scenes like that in a story and wonder why. And to me, to me, this audio video helps kind of explain maybe that reasoning, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that's basically that's basically why I think it's gotten so many views. Not just because of where I've linked it at, but mainly because it's got people intrigued and everything, because they probably see this in their own favorite like stories or comics that don't really have this kind of scenario as a main plot point, a main subplot point, or anything like that. But they have seen it, and they probably wonder, okay, why would the writer have so and so do that? So that kind of helps it out in the long run too. By doing, but this video, I should say, this audio video kind of helps out in that long run too, which is why I think they're enjoying listening to it and getting the curiosity up, because I'm sure if they go to a convention in the future, they'll probably ask one of the writers of a comic from DC or Image or whatever, or IDW or wherever. They'll probably ask them like, hey, this person did this audio video, discussing this, you know, and he brought up the reasonings, and let's say they tell the writer, hey, one of the reasonings he brought up is because, it's if a scene calls for them to get it on, a male and a female, whatever. If there's a scene that calls for them to get it on, he says that the reason writers go this route out with these kind of characters is it makes things more intriguing and interesting. They could bring that up to the writer, and the writer could be like, could be in like total agreement, like, yeah, that's exactly why sometimes we do that, with these kind of characters with different kind of powers that, because if they have a moment with somebody, it makes things more intriguing and interesting of how maybe they might utilize said powers and everything, so that's always, that basically will bring up some discussion points in the future. It really will bring up some discussion points in the future. But again, I got to thank you guys for the support on that, because like I said, normally those kind of videos, like when I review Metamorphosized to Malleability, or I talk about what Nextstat or Triple TRO are doing with their webcomics and stuff, or any of the stories that Desi Arts is doing, like Melting Mii, Becoming Unlimited, or even some of the little story drawings, web comics, if you will, that Mr. Internet Man's doing. They'll get views, like I said, and sometimes it'll take a lot longer for them to get into the hundreds. This has gotten there a lot quicker because, like I said, I think it's mainly because I'm trying to answer the question of the title, like of why. I'm trying to give my opinion, kind of give people an idea as to why they do it. So again, I got to thank you guys for the support on that. I know I dragged on about that video a little longer than I should have here, but yeah, I just wanted to thank you guys for that support. Now, as far as what else is going on, first of all, I did pause the window updates at least until around New Year's. I might let them go a lot sooner because Christmas is in a few weeks, and so I gotta basically, I basically gotta, get presents bought and everything. And also I'm going to be at my second older sister's. So with that said and everything, maybe around that time on Christmas, I might just let the update do its thing, because it's not 2 months behind or anything like that. It's just a month. It's just a few weeks behind. So I might let it do it then. So that way I don't have to worry about anything, I don't have to worry about doing something on the computer and all of a sudden it slows down because it's doing an update, which is kind of funny because it felt like it was doing an update just moments ago. And everything, but I can only assume what it was doing was either a virus and protection update, or was doing a virus scan, so I'll check later, but that's what it felt like to me. Or maybe it was just Hewlett Packard, HP doing some updates and all that as well. Let me know if you guys have ever had something like that happen to you, to where it just, you'll pause the updates for Windows or for Mac or whatever, and all of a sudden you'll still get something loading on your computer for no reason, for no reason, where it looks like it's an update, but then you find out that it's either been a virus scan or was a protection update for viruses, or against viruses, I should say. Let me know. Let me know down in the comments in the live chat, if you will. But yeah, basically, basically, like I said earlier at the beginning, today is the first official day, unemployed and everything. And basically things are kind of, at least for the week, as I mentioned before in a channel update, things are kind of back to normal. Not totally, but they're kind of there. The only difference, as you can see, is we have our tree up. As I've showed you before, we have our decorations up and everything. That's the only difference. And outside of that, not really much more I can say. I do plan to get my league up and running real soon. So be on the lookout for that. And everything. But I do plan to have my league up and running real soon. So be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for that and all that. My CAW league, my career wrestling league, that is. So be on the lookout for that. I just, did a tournament, as you probably all saw here on the channel. It was for the new Crown Jewel Championship. Big shout out to House of Glory for that inspiration. But yeah, and like I said, big shout out to House of Glory and Salamanca and JD for that inspiration. JD from NY206. But yeah, I got that going, and everything. So I'm assuming I have 2 secondary titles now for the men. And I do have to get another set of tag titles as well, because I do have world tag titles. I need to get maybe U.S. tag titles or something like that to round it out, or at least something. Maybe I might go the global route, because apparently New Japan is going to unite, the UK and US titles into the global championship, at Wrestle Kingdom. So maybe I'll do that. We'll see. Maybe I'll even come up with a Kingdom belt. We'll find out. We'll find out over time. But what that does do for me, though, and this is my opinion, hopefully without any interruptions, what that does for me is it allows me to, sorry, I thought I heard something, but again, like I said, hopefully without interruption, what it allows me to do is do some live streams, maybe of tournaments, maybe of shows this week, without, like I said, any interruption whatsoever, and hopefully without any crashes, because my PS5 just did a update, and I noticed when it did the update, one of the issues I had with WWE 2K23, well, it would go a little blank, at certain times. It looks like that may have been fixed and everything. But I don't know. We'll have to see. And everything. But like I said, I should be able to do some live streams, of events and everything, as well as do some live streams of videos. I should be able to do some live streams. Like I might do a live stream later today. I might do one later today. So we'll see. But anyway, that's then. This is now. I just wanted to come on here, like I said, and give you my thoughts as I see a trio of cats outside my window. A trio of cats. Over there. There's 3 of them. So there's a trio of cats out there. There's 3 of them. I don't know if you can see that. Well, at least there's 1 cat and everything. There was more. There was like 2 more. It's like a family, I think. But anyway, like I said, it's all I can really say on what's going on and everything in this little vlog, post-employment, post-seasonal job, if you will, post-Coles, if you will. But yeah, that's all I can really say. Let me know what your thoughts are, guys, down below in the comment section. Hopefully you've commented in the live chat. Like I mentioned earlier, you know where to support me. It'll be in the description as well, where you can, help me out financially in those areas, as well as check out I have my content elsewhere. And really, guys, that's all I can say. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Comment if you like. Love to hear from each and every one of you. On what I had to say here and everything. But yeah, really got nothing much more to say outside of that. So what I'm going to do is just rest up a little bit today. Probably put some candy canes that we bought on the tree because we haven't done that yet. Have some right there. So maybe I'll do that. But until next time, guys, let me know what your thoughts are, and I'm out.